Hell yeah. I finally decided how to spend my bonus. Man, this has got to be fate. The timing couldn't be more perfect. I even hit you up on WhatsApp just to tell you this. You better appreciate it. So yeah, I'm buying a motorcycle. Fully customized. And it's a limited edition. So if I don't get it now, I might never get the chance.
Huh? A motorcycle? Where's this coming from all of a sudden?
I've been saying it forever, haven't I? That I wanted to buy a motorcycle someday. Well, that day is finally here.
Oh, wait. Let's think this through for a second, okay? How much is it?
Well, the motorcycle itself is about $9,000. Custom parts are $2,000 and gear is another $1,000.
So that's a total of $12,000?
Yeah. I mean, if I put my whole bonus into it, it's no problem.
Wait, your whole bonus? What about our savings and living expenses?
Huh? Living expenses? Why would I use my bonus for that? We can just manage with my regular paycheck, right?
No, we have a kid. We need to save for their education.
That's why you have your bonus too, right? Just use that to cover it.
Hold on a second. Why are you just assuming my bonus is part of this?
We're married, so our income is shared, right? Besides, spending money on my hobbies helps me relieve stress, you know?
Relieve stress? Then what about my stress?
You're taking care of Jack in the house, aren't you? I'm the one working outside, so just let me have this.
I'm so speechless, I don't even know what to say.
Oh, and I want to get a new helmet too. So can you pitch in another $500?
Excuse me?
Wait, is that a no? You're getting a bonus too, so at least give me a little back.
I thought bonuses were supposed to be for Jack or for the family.
Oh, come on. I work hard for this family too, so let me use some of it for myself.
Hold on, are you seriously saying this?
Of course I am. And once I get the motorcycle, I'll take you for a ride too. So you should actually be thanking me.
Jesus. Whatever. Let's just forget this whole conversation.
What? Why?
You're not even thinking about our family, so there's no way this is happening.
At least let me have some free time for myself.
This is unbelievable. Karen, I have something important to discuss with you. Now, something important for your family. Something important? Yes, do you have a minute? Sure, what is it? Is it urgent? I'm actually nursing right now, so I might not be able to respond immediately, but I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Oh, that's unexpected. I didn't think you were that dedicated to parenting. Huh? What do you mean by that? Is there a problem? I heard a little from Thomas, but you're planning to go back to work as soon as your maternity leave is over, and while your baby is still so young? Is there really a need to rush like that? Yes, that's the plan. I'm taking 5 months of maternity leave, and after that I'll be using daycare so I can return to work. Wait a second. Are you really going back that soon? Is it normal to stay home a little longer for childcare? Leaving a 5-month-old at daycare? I've never heard of that. Shouldn't you be prioritizing spending more time with your child as a mother? There's a project at work that I'm in charge of, and I have clients who are waiting for my return. I've spent years building this career, and I don't want to give it up so easily. Thomas and I talked it over and decided together that I balance both work and parenting. We're going to support each other and give our best to both. What are you talking about? Prioritizing work over raising your child? That's unbelievable as a mother. Karen, you need to quit your job right now and focus on your family. What? You can't just say that out of nowhere. You can always go back to work later, but a baby only grows up once. When I had Thomas, I quit my job without hesitation. That's what a mother is supposed to do. It's her duty and responsibility. Nicole, I respect your decision you made for your life, but I also have my own beliefs and things I want to cherish. Your feelings, huh? So your job is more important to you than being a mother? Work isn't just a paycheck for me. It's my career and a big part of who I am. Of course, Jack is my top priority, and that's exactly why I want to overcome this challenge together with Thomas. Well, there's always someone else who can do your job. If you quit, no one would even care. Hearing you say that, honestly, that's really hurtful. You're unfit to be a mother if you can't put your child first. Honestly, I'm disappointed in you. Karen, you're a failure as both a mother and a wife. I'm sorry, but I don't think you have the right to say that. This is a decision Thomas and I made together, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't interfere. Excuse me? Are you actually talking back to me? Times have changed and dual income families are nothing unusual. We talked about this thoroughly and made this choice together. This is my life and my family, so please refrain from interfering.
Oh my, young people these days are so stubborn. I've been a full-time homemaker, taking care of everything perfectly, supporting her husband, caring for her child, and ensuring the home is protected. That's what being a mom is all about. And now you're just ignoring my experience and pushing your own selfish opinions? Are you even fit to be a mother?
I don't deny that your experience is valuable, Nicole, and I respect you for it. But that's the path you chose for yourself. Not every mother has to follow the same path, and I want to do my best in my own way. Every family is different, and my husband and I will make it work together.
Fine, do whatever you want. But remember this. If you end up failing at both work and parenting and wind up crying, don't come to me for help.
Even so, I intend to give my all to both my job and raising my child. I know it won't be easy, but that's exactly why I'm going to see it through.
Give your all? After all that attitude, you better prove it through your actions, not just words. Talk is cheap. Show me results.
Hey Karen, you still working?
Thomas? Yeah, I'm working late.
It's almost 9 p.m.
Sorry. We had a system update today and it took way longer than expected. But honestly, I'm really grateful when it's your turn to take care of the baby. How was Jack's day? Did he finally go to sleep?
Yeah, he finally did, but man, it was rough. He woke up crying 3 times, each time needing a bottle and a diaper change. Just when I thought he was asleep, he started fussing again. I'm completely exhausted. Even if I get off work on time, taking care of a baby is so tough that I don't know how I'm going to keep up.
I appreciate it. Seriously, thanks. Jack really loves his baby food and milk, which is a huge help. But yeah, getting him to sleep is still the hardest part. We try different things every night, but...
Hey Karen, this is kind of hard to say, but have you ever thought about quitting your job?
What? Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? What happened?
Honestly, I never realized how tough parenting would be. I'm running on no sleep every day plus work. At this rate, I feel like we're both gonna hit a breaking point physically and mentally. If we keep juggling both work and childcare like this, we're going to burn ourselves out. That's why I think we should figure out a way to divide responsibilities that actually works for both of us.
What?
And to be honest, my mom's been calling me nonstop. She keeps saying Karen should choose family over work. And she won't let up, telling me, Thomas, you need to put your foot down. It's exhausting. Honestly, it's absolutely exhausting. She doesn't care how we feel. She just keeps forcing her values on us.
What? Thomas, she's been calling you that much? Actually, Nicole's been messaging me on WhatsApp every single day too.
Wait, seriously? That's the first I'm hearing about it.
She keeps saying things like, don't you feel guilty toward your child? And think about how this looks to others. It's just nonstop pressure. No matter how much I try to ignore it, hearing it every day is starting to wear me down. But this job isn't just a job to me. It's something I've dreamed of for so long.
I know that better than anyone. You've been studying programming since college, building up your skills from scratch little by little. And now you're finally a team leader, handling major projects. Your hard work is paying off. But still, looking at where we are now, I feel like I'm reaching my limit too.
Yeah, we need to figure out a better way to balance everything. Actually, I have an idea. I've been talking to my boss and it looks like I might be able to switch to remote work.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. The company is rolling out a new remote work policy. So now I'll be able to work from home. We'll still need to keep Jack in daycare since I'll be working. But with me at home, things should be way easier for both of us.
Whoa, that's awesome. If you're working from home, you don't have to commute. So that time can go into housework and childcare.
Exactly. I think we'll finally have a little breathing room.
Yeah. Now I can work overtime all I want. I could even pick up more night shifts too.
Wait, what?
Actually, my boss was asking if I'd be willing to take on more night shifts.
Hold on. If you start working nights, that means I'd be handling all the nighttime baby care?
I mean, you'll be home, right? So there's no problem if I take the night shifts.
No, my workplace just changed from an office to home. My workload is still the same, so we should keep splitting childcare like we have been.
Come on, we'll figure it out. My boss keeps asking me about it, and it's hard to turn him down.
No way.
Oh, right. Almost forgot. Don't tell my mom about your remote work, okay?
Huh? Why not? It's not like it's something to hide.
Think about it for a second. If she finds out you're working from home, you already know what's going to happen. You know, she's going to be like, since you're home, you can swing by and visit me more often, right? Or worse, she might just decide, then I'll come over and help with the housework.
Ah, that's actually a real possibility. She already doesn't understand us both working full time. So if she finds out I'm home all day, she'll probably think she can just call the shots. She'd be like, since you're always home, you must have plenty of free time.
Exactly. That's why we have to keep your remote work a secret, for the sake of our sanity. While we're at it, let's just not mention me picking up more night shifts either.
Wait, what? Hold on. What do you mean by picking up more night shifts? You never told me about that. If that's something you're planning, we need to talk about it first. If your hours suddenly change, it'll mess with my job too, and adjusting our schedules is going to be a nightmare.
I know. It's not that big of a deal, don't worry. I'll talk to my boss about it tomorrow, and we can go over the details after that. Anyway, don't push yourself too much. I'm heading to bed now. Good luck with work.
Thomas, you should be home by now, right? Where are you? You promised you'd be off work on time today, remember?
Ugh, my bad. Something came up and I had to cover a night shift last minute.
What? A night shift? You never mentioned that. What's going on?
My boss asked me last minute. There was an urgent order and they were short-staffed for the night shift. It wasn't like I could say no, so I had no choice but to take it. Anyway, I'm heading to work, so I'm counting on you to handle things at home.
Wait a second. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? You can't just decide something like this on your own. Now my whole schedule is messed up. Come home right now.
Huh? There's no way I can do that. It's already set.
And what am I supposed to do when you suddenly dump everything on me? Tonight was supposed to be your turn for childcare. I planned my whole schedule around that. I have a super important online meeting with a client in a bit. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, right. You did mention that.
That meeting was scheduled 2 weeks ago, and I even reminded you this morning, and you swore it'd be fine.
But it's online, so can't you just make it work?
No, I can't. That's why I need you to come home. What if the baby starts crying? I still have to finish another presentation, and my whole night is packed with work.
Wow, you're seriously working nonstop even from home. But hey, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Figure it out? You keep changing plans last minute and making excuses. I've had enough. Ever since I started working from home, you've barely helped with childcare. You just keep adding more night shifts and overtime, dumping all the housework and parenting on me. Do you even realize that?
I'm working hard too, you know, and you're at home, so shouldn't you be able to handle childcare on your own? Is it really that hard?
This is unbelievable. You really don't get it. I'm working from home. I've told you so many times I'm not a stay-at-home mom, but you just don't listen. Even during meetings, if the baby cries, I have to deal with it. I squeeze in housework between tasks too, and yet you dump everything on me and just keep saying, I'm working hard at my job. If this is how it's gonna be, then I might as well quit remote work.
Wait, what? Hold on. You don't have to blow this out of proportion. We can talk this through and figure it out. Alright, I get it. I'll try to cancel tonight's night shift.
Can you really cancel it?
Yes, I swear. I'll talk to my boss and figure something out. So please, don't say you're quitting remote work. I'll get home as soon as I can. We'll talk more later.
Karen, what's going on? You need to tell me what's going on.
Huh? Is something wrong? Is this urgent? I'm actually really busy with work at the moment, so I can't step away right now. I'm sorry, but can we talk about this another time?
Busy? Oh, don't pretend you're working when you're just out having fun.
What? Wait a second. What do you mean I'm out having fun?
And the way you're talking. Is something wrong? Like this has nothing to do with you? Are you out of your mind? You have no sense of responsibility as a mother. Leaving your child at home every night to go out and have fun. What on earth are you thinking?
Me? Going out at night? That's completely false. I have no idea what you're talking about. Ever since Jack was born, I haven't gone out at night once.
Oh, don't lie to me. Aren't you ashamed as a mother? Listen, I was out having dinner with a friend in Manhattan tonight, and on my way back I just so happened to see Thomas.
Thomas? In Manhattan? Are you absolutely sure about that?
Of course. When I saw him out so late, I asked what he was doing, and he told me he was at a business dinner. Working until midnight? That's not normal. Then get this. He stated he needs to work especially hard to help the family since you go out partying every night. He just came out and said it. I couldn't believe it.
What? Wait, what did you just say?
Oh, didn't catch that? Thomas stated since you leave every night, he must be the one keeping you afloat. You sure are getting cocky just because you have a decent job. Calling it dual income sounds nice, but in reality, you're just dumping all the parenting on Thomas and running around doing whatever you want, aren't you? And apparently, you're blowing most of your paycheck on your entertainment. If that's true, you're a disgrace, both as a wife and a mother.
And that's a total misunderstanding. I would never do that.
Oh, don't lie to me. I heard it straight from Thomas's mouth. He's already given up on you. He stated that with a wife like you, the finances are a mess, and he has no choice but to be promoted and make more money. He's working himself to the bone, and yet you're still leaving your child with some neighbor friend just so you can keep working? Do you really think that's okay as a mother? Unbelievable.
A neighbor friend? Hold on, let's take a step back. I honestly have no idea what's going on right now. Can you explain this to me in more detail?
Still pretending you don't know? My son is working late every night doing his best. And you? You dump your kid on someone else and go off to have fun. You're a failure as a mother.
My child is sleeping right next to me.
What?
I'm saying Jack is sound asleep right now. I just updated the shared app we use like I always do. If you don't believe me, I can send you a picture right now.
Wait a minute. What is this? This is really from tonight?
I figured you'd say that, so I placed a clock next to him. You can see today's date and the exact time, right?
No way.
The baby is sleeping right next to me, right beside my home office desk. Looks like he won't be waking up anytime soon, so hopefully my online meeting will go smoothly.
Wait a second. Home office? And an online meeting?
Actually, I switched to working remotely to help reduce the burden of housework and childcare for both of us. I've been working from home this whole time.
Wait, seriously?
But we're still a dual income household. I told Thomas we should keep splitting responsibilities, like before. But ever since I started working from home, he's been dumping everything on me. And today he suddenly said he had to cover a night shift, even though he promised to be home on time.
Night shift?
That's right. So let me ask again. Where exactly did you see Thomas?
In Manhattan. I met him as he was leaving a bar.
A bar? That's a pretty casual setting for a business dinner.
Oh, well, maybe he was just catering to the client's preferences.
That's certainly a possibility. But Thomas's company banned business dinners last year as part of their compliance reforms.
What? Seriously?
And on top of that, Thomas was transferred out of the sales department last year. Isn't it a little strange for someone not in sales to be entertaining clients?
That's true. No way.
By the way, who exactly was he entertaining? Were there any department heads or executives from the client's company?
Oh, well, I don't think so. There was just a young woman sitting next to him.
I see. That's interesting. Was she wearing a suit by any chance?
No, actually. Not a suit. She was wearing a stylish dress, and her hair was perfectly curled. She looked really cute.
I see. So a banned business dinner, even though he's not in sales, at a bar in Manhattan, alone with a young woman in a dress. And while he told me he had a night shift, he told you it was a business dinner. Your precious son is quite the smooth liar, isn't he?
What? Liar? No way. Are you saying Thomas is cheating on you?
At least based on the evidence, that seems like the most logical conclusion.
No way. There's no way my son would do something like that. Hey, I'm calling Thomas right now.
Wait, hold off on that for a second. We still don't have definitive proof, so let's stay calm until we confirm the facts.
Definitive proof, you say?
He told me he'd come home early, yet he's out drinking with another woman in Manhattan. And he doesn't appear to be returning home anytime soon. If you call him now, you're just giving him time to come up with an excuse. It'd be much better to wait until after my meeting. That'll give us time to gather proper evidence. Well then, I have to go now. Hey, so you didn't come home after all, huh? Seriously, this is a problem.
I'm really sorry.
Come on. Anyway, my online meeting is over now. Guess you couldn't get out of your night shift after all.
I'm really sorry. I tried everything with my boss, but there was just no way for me to leave. I kept asking if there was any way, but in the end, it didn't work out. But hey, I'm glad your meeting went well.
Come on. If that was the case, you should have told me sooner. Keeping quiet just makes things worse and makes me worry even more.
I know. I didn't mean anything by it. Anyway, I'm going to switch gears and power through my night shift. You're working hard too, so I gotta step up.
Yeah, good luck. By the way, running into your mom during your little business dinner, your cheating date in Manhattan, that must have been awkward. I can only imagine the mood when she barged in on your cozy little moment with her. I bet that sobered you up real quick.
Wait, what? What are you even talking about?
Must have been a real struggle coming up with an excuse on the spot, huh? Calling it a business dinner? Like that was ever going to fool anyone. So what did you tell your mom?
Hold on a second. Why are you accusing me of cheating? That's ridiculous.
Huh? I'm just repeating exactly what Nicole told me. That I'm out partying every night, that I leave all the finances to you because of business dinners. Never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth, though. But honestly, being able to come up with that kind of lie on the spot, that's kind of impressive.
Karen, please calm down and hear me out. There's a reason for this. It's all just a misunderstanding.
Oh, is that so? Then go ahead. I'd love to hear your reasoning. For starters, you're not even in sales, so there's no reason for you to have a business dinner, right? And your company banned business entertainment. Yet somehow you ended up having a business dinner at a bar in Manhattan. Not with a client, but with a young woman in a dress. And while you told me you were working a night shift, you told your mom you were at a business dinner. If you think about it, that doesn't add up at all, does it?
Well, it's just...
Oh, what's wrong? Where's all that confidence now? You seem too shaken up to even come up with an excuse. You know what? Whatever. This is a waste of time, and I don't see the point in dragging it out. So I'll just get straight to the conclusion. We're getting a divorce, Thomas.
What? Wait, hold on.
When I was pregnant, we made a promise that we'd work together to balance work and family. I switched to remote work to keep that promise. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal? I can't stay with you anymore, Thomas.
Wait, Karen. I'm sorry about the cheating, but I swear I'll never do it again. It was just a stupid mistake.
Wow, must be nice to have the energy for a stupid mistake when you're supposedly overwhelmed with work and parenting. I'm barely keeping up with work and childcare as it is. I don't even have the luxury of making mistakes like that.
Oh, no, that's not...
If you had that much energy, you could have at least helped out around the house. But instead you chose to run around with another woman. You're honestly the worst.
I'm sorry, Karen, but it really didn't mean anything. The only ones I truly love are you and Jack. Please, don't mention divorce.
No way. I'll say it as many times as it takes. We're getting divorced.
You've got to be kidding me.
We'll split the assets 50-50. As for child support, I'll calculate the amount based on your income. Oh, and the compensation, $600,000. Of course, I'll be speaking with your affair partner.
What? Wait, hold on. It was just a meaningless fling.
A fling is still cheating. And for something so meaningless, you sure seemed deep into it. I found plenty of evidence all over the house.
What? No way. This can't be happening. Wait, Karen, please.
I found solid evidence in your trash can, a hotel receipt. And that's not all. I also checked the WhatsApp messages synced to your computer. You sure were putting in a lot of effort for her, huh? I'm going to divorce my wife soon. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Someone who uses the word divorce so casually. Well, it's clear that I can't stay married to you.
Oh no. So you know everything.
That's right. And you're going to take full responsibility for it. You're going to pay what you owe, so you better be ready.
Wait. There's no way I can pay that much. $600,000 in damages? That's impossible.
Really? But you sure had no problem spending money on your business dinners, huh? And from what I saw, you even bought her gifts.
Crap. That's not what it is.
Now that I think about it, wasn't the real reason you hid my remote work from Nicole because of your affair? If she knew I was home all the time, she'd probably start dropping by. And if that happened, you wouldn't have been able to sneak around so freely, right?
Wait, that's not it. It's not what you think.
Oh, really? Well, no matter how I look at it, it sure seems that way to me. You dumped all the housework and childcare on me while you were out having your fun. And now you want to fix things? Where do you get the nerve to say that? I'm done listening to your excuses. You always try to dodge responsibility when things get inconvenient for you. That's why I already prepared the divorce papers. As soon as you get home, you're signing them. No running away.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about this. Please, just calm down.
Karen, I don't even know what to say. I never imagined it would come to this.
Huh?
Can I at least apologize on my son's behalf? What he did, cheating, it was stupid and inexcusable. I'm truly sorry, Karen.
I don't need an apology. We've already settled this with the divorce. Saying sorry now doesn't change anything.
Don't say such a cold thing, Karen. Can't you reconsider this once? Thomas really regrets what he did. He swears it'll never happen again.
Whatever.
And you know, Karen, it's always best for a child to have both parents. You don't have to make such a drastic decision like divorce. Besides, a grown woman should be able to overlook a little cheating, don't you think?
So you're still stuck in that outdated mindset. A woman should just forgive a man's infidelity. A mature woman would tolerate it. Nicole, I don't think we see eye to eye at all.
But if you think about Jack, divorce isn't the right choice. A child needs a father. It's always better that way.
Huh? Are you seriously saying that? If I think about my child's well-being, divorce is the only option.
What? Why? How can you say that?
Your son dumped all the housework and childcare on me, while he was out having fun with another woman every night. Didn't you say a child's growth won't wait? And instead of being there to witness those important moments, he chose to spend his time with someone else. Do you really think a father like that is necessary for a child?
That's...
You and I have always disagreed when it comes to parenting. A mother should act a certain way. A woman should just endure it. A wife should support her husband no matter what. I'm done with these outdated expectations being forced on me. That's why, after the divorce, I won't be letting him see Jack.
What? That's just too cruel. Wait, Karen, how can you say that? Even if you and Thomas divorce, doesn't he still have the right to see his child?
That's only true if he were a good father. But a man who prioritizes his own desires over his family, he's lost the right to be a father. And as for you, I don't even want to imagine what kind of things you say in front of my child.
No,
The moment your son said, "My wife is out partying," you believed him without any proof. You assumed a mother should quit her job. And when Thomas cheated, you said a woman should just forgive a man's infidelity. If my child were raised with those values, I'd be genuinely worried for their future.
Karen, I'm truly sorry. I finally see it now. I spent all this time interfering in your life, forcing my own outdated values onto you. But to actually lose the chance to see my grandchild, that's just too painful.
I see. But this is simply the consequence of you and your son's actions, isn't it? Did you know? When adultery is legally proven, the custodial parent can legally restrict visitation rights. In other words, the reason you won't be seeing your grandchild is entirely because of Thomas's actions.
No way! That can't be true. But I haven't done anything wrong to my grandchild. Can't we at least see each other?
No. From now on, I have no intention of having any contact with you. Stay out of our lives. From this moment on, we are strangers. Now, if you'll excuse me. Some time has passed since the divorce was finalized. I moved back to my parents' house, balancing work and parenting with their support. It's tough, but being free from that stressful life has made me feel surprisingly lighter. Work is going well too. I've successfully handled multiple big projects and even earned a promotion. I was told a mother should prioritize childcare over work. But in the end, by sticking to my belief that I wouldn't give up on either, I paved my own way forward. Now, people at work even call me a role model for working mothers. As for Thomas, he's now struggling to make monthly child support and alimony payments. He was never good with money, so it's not like he had any savings. After all the deductions, he's left with basically nothing. Still, he tried to move back home to make ends meet. But Nicole snapped at him, yelling, "Because of you, I can't see my grandchild, you ungrateful brat." She kicked him out right at the doorstep. Now, he's living in a cheap rundown apartment, surviving on pizzas every day. As for the woman he cheated with, The moment she realized he was drowning in debt from the alimony, unable to even afford a proper date, she dumped him without hesitation. Nicole kept sending me messages demanding to see her grandchild every single day. But after ignoring her long enough, she finally gave up. She always cared about appearances more than anything. So once the news spread in her neighborhood that her son got divorced for cheating, even her friends started avoiding her. But that has nothing to do with me. From now on, I'll keep working hard for my child. And together we'll walk toward a happy future.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.